Hi, this is Dr. Pete Butkins. Welcome to part 4 of my 7-step model on parenting children who are using drugs and alcohol. I'm going to show you in this video what you need to do in order to maximize the chances you're going to be successful with your child. This is an integral part of this model, and without this you will probably have a lot of difficulty and resort to old patterns with your child that are not effective, that do not work. What I want you to do is unite with a partner, develop a strategy based on the first 3 steps. You've identified the problem, you've developed a relationship with your child that's going to be workable, and you're trying to move your child into treatment based on an evaluation that you've done. In this model, you strategize. In this step of the model, you strategize. Step 4. You work with a partner, you put aside all negative feelings and join with your partner and become a unified force. There's no child that can go up against a unified set of parents. When parents decide to bond and unify with a common cause, there's no child that can get around them. You have to present a tough love approach to the child when intervening, and you have to present an approach that's unflappable. This is where you make a firm decision that your strategy is going to involve explaining to your child what your position is, explaining how you've been hurt, and explaining the consequences of their behavior, and explaining what you have to do. This is where you plan to set boundaries, and this is where you make a firm decision that you will not go back on this plan. You are going to dig your feet in, and you're going to be very, very firm on what you decide, and you're not going to cave. The most important thing here is practicing a firm but caring approach, and letting your child know exactly just where you stand, and making a decision that you're going to get them in some type of treatment. No treatment agency is going to cure your child. It's on your shoulders. The good news is that I've shown you step-by-step ways to approach this problem and solve the problem. You have to get the child into some sort of treatment. If they're abusing or if they're addicted, you have to get them in some type of treatment. And I'll tell you more about this in my book, No Relief for the Family, which you can find on DocPeteTheImperfectTherapist.com. That's DocPeteTheImperfectTherapist.com. I outline the steps in detail and go over the traps, go over how the child will test you out, and in this step you've made a decision that you're not going to cave, and you're not going to go back on your word, you're not going to enable, and you're not going to allow the child to manipulate you. So you can find more on this in my book, and stay tuned for step 5 of the model. On YouTube I'm presenting an outline of this model so you get a handle on how to do it, and hopefully this will help save your child. The problem is pandemic, it's all over the world, and I'd just like you to know that my mission in life is to arrest this problem, and it starts with the family, it starts with home. You're catching the problem quick, and that maximizes the chances that you will be successful. Make a decision to practice tough love. Make a decision that you will not go back on your word, that once you decide to intervene, you will stick to your guns, and once you decide on consequences, you will not go back on your word. That's the decision you have to make. I hope this video was helpful. Stay tuned for the next video, step 5. Thank you.